Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
With like competition season being in like full swing, let's say. It's hilarious to me. Like I think it's a really good thing that people are getting involved in this sport and they're excited about working out and things like that. But it's like I just don't know when the switch happened where it's like people started working out just because they want to get a pro card. It's like they've skipped over the whole thing of like actually liking being in the gym, which is the number one requirement to do well in the sport, is that you have to enjoy the work that goes into it, which is lifting weights. So you come here when there's no goal, or there's a goal. The goal is very far off. Like we're just trying to get some muscle on you now and get better, right? So these people that start this journey where they're kind of new to the gym, or they're like new to this world of bodybuilding, and they go through it once. So they say like person X picks a men's physique show, right? Which is, we can all admittedly say, is probably not as grueling as doing a bodybuilding show. In some cases it is at high levels, don't get me wrong. But like, let's say amateur level, or a girl jumps in and does a figure show or bikini competition. Never competed before, has limited muscle, just is beginner, right? Yeah. So that's fine, everyone's been there. I've been there. I did horrible at my first show. I got my fucking ass kicked. I came second to dead last. I think I only beat the guy ahead of me just because he was completely out of shape. But it's like, you go after that show that I did, and doing how well I did, especially, I didn't think to myself, oh, now I should tell people how to do this. Since I've done it once, I know everything about it. And let's not forget that I've done this once and someone else told me what to do. I didn't figure it out on my own. I didn't read books and like diet myself and teach myself and learn the ups and downs and what's wrong and what's right. I just listened mindlessly to someone else. So now I'm going to take that mindless information that I was given and just apply it to someone else. Because I did it, and what worked for me will work for them, which is completely and utterly asinine. And for people to do one show ever and then turn around and think that they're like a prep coach, or they can online diet people, like, you don't have a background in this. And it's an insult. It's a fucking slap in the face to people that are registered dietitians, people that are nutritionists, people that have a long history in the sport and have put in like the hard work of like reading books, understanding what's going on, talking to other experts, formulating their own style of doing stuff. You're spitting in their face and you're making a mockery of them. It's a mockery. To say that like Buddy over here who did one bodybuilding show ever, came fucking 5th in his category, or 6th in his category, there's only 5 guys there. And now he turns around and he's like, I diet people. No, you don't. And you shouldn't. Because you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. To regurgitate meal plans and just give them to someone else, and then it's the stupidest shit ever. And you're setting these people up who are like mindless enough to follow you for massive disappointment and probably massive metabolic damage that they're not going to be able to repeat. They're not going to be able to repair for a while. Because you're also going to, in the same breath, going to be like, take this drug, take that drug, take this fat burner, take this thyroid drug, because I did. And it's like, you're going to fucking hammer that person that their body's going to be like, what the fuck is this? Like, and the odds of them recovering well and like continuing in the sport are probably pretty low. It happens especially with women. Women get on a gang of drugs because some a-hole or their fucking boyfriend who's a douchebag did a show once and then tells her, yeah, babe, hop on and get some tren in you. Or take these, take Anadrol so it'll get you bigger. Next thing you know, the poor girl's hair's falling out, or fucking all this weird shit's happening to her body. And it's like, also she could like get down to like 105 pounds and go on stage in bikini. Not even a sport that, not even a like a thing that needs muscle. It's like they just to get down to bikini and get skinny enough to stand on stage. It's like, and these girls are taking these drugs and following these like starvation style diets where they're fucking killing themselves. And it's just, and it's based off someone who knows nothing. They literally are a self-proclaimed expert at dieting. Do you understand how fucking crazy that is? That's like me going to play pickup basketball one time and then turning around and telling me, I'm a basketball coach. I'll teach you how to dribble. I'll teach you how to shoot. I know everything there is to know about basketball. It's like, no, it takes years and years and years at this and like learning what works and what doesn't. And it's like, it's just this seamless transition also where like everyone who's a trainer is somehow also a diet coach. I have people write me all the time, do you offer diet advice? I say, no, I don't do that. I have no desire to do that and listen to your fucking nonsense about like what substitutions you want to make because zucchini upsets your stomach or fucking sweet potato gives you gas or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't care about that. And those two worlds I think should be kept completely separate. Unless you're like top level, I'm talking like top prep coaches in the world who understand both aspects, both genres. Just stay out of it. Like your diet coach shouldn't be telling you how your training should be going, because they're out of that realm, right? If they're really focused on diet and prepping people, they should just be focused on that. They can recommend more intensity, they can recommend more energy expenditure through cardio and things like that, because they know that the calories, like what they're doing with the calories of the food will be affected by it. But it's like the barriers to entry of you being like, oh, I'm a prep coach or I'm an online diet coach, there isn't any. You just decide you want to do it and you do it. Like the amount of online fucking prep coaches I see who are just everyday people or even people who haven't competed in fucking a decade and they're still prepping guys and girls. Girls fall victim to this a lot. Girls fall victim to this all the time. They see a girl, they like their body, they did a show before, all they do is post pictures of how they looked at their show time and like probably pictures of like their physique off season, like where they're like probably photoshopping the shit out of their picture, giving themselves bigger glutes or bigger whatever the fuck they want to get, bigger tits. And these girls just fall victim to it because they're like, oh, sign up with me and it's $100 a month. And all they do is just spit you a cookie cutter thing. Maybe have a Zoom call with you, be like, how's everything feeling? Well, why don't you try taking this supplement you just heard about that's now like the it supplement, because that's going to help your thyroid. And you're like, okay, but do you know anything about that? Like, are you just recommending shit you're hearing through word of mouth or on the internet? It's mind-blowing to me, man. And like, people really need to, like, if you're going to do this properly, you should look into like who's coaching you, who's training you, what experience they have, are they qualified to teach you this stuff? Like, and if they're just giving you cookie cutter meal plans and you're just following it and all you're doing is getting emaciated, like you're starting to look like a marathon runner and you're supposed to be doing a physique competition, something's wrong. And girls especially, like, there is no need, as I've heard of this, I heard about this the other day, pro level bikini girls doing 2 hours of cardio a day. You don't have enough muscle. You don't have enough energy to get that done without sending your body into an utter state of shock and catabolism, because it's just feeding off muscle for energy. You don't have calorie. The fact that your stupid fucking coach, who is probably a well-known one, because you guys all seem to gravitate towards the same douchebags, and he's telling you to do this, it's mind-blowing. Like, oh, I just have to suffer like I just have to get to the brink of death and then I'll be skinny enough to get on stage. And then you stand on stage and there's nothing special about your physique because all you are is skin and bones. And you poke your hip bone out to make it look like you got glutes. And it's like, who gives a shit? This is like, when it comes down to it, people have forgotten this is a physique sport. And bikini irritates me beyond belief. That's why I trained one bikini girl the other day. I don't like training bikini girls because their mindset is the complete wrong mindset. It's like, I don't want to develop any muscle. I just want to develop these two muscles, my shoulders and my glutes. Then don't come here. Like, just stay at home and buy some bands and like buy a fucking kettlebell and just do squats. You understand that like your overall physique and your overall musculature and like how your body is proportioned and how you look in a 3D image of yourself is what elicits you looking good on stage. So if you're just a girl with like no muscle, 2 huge delts and a butt sticking off of you and pole legs, that's your goal for your physique? Not to mention you had to fucking cut your calories down to like 1,000 a day and then get on the stepper for 2 hours and wear a waist trainer for fucking 12 hours a day. It's like, it doesn't sound like fun. It sounds like torture. Like if you said that to someone, like, you can compete in this, but you have to do this, this, and this, and this, and you didn't have any reference of what it was, they'd be like, no, fuck no, that sounds terrible. Why would I want to do that? Am I in prison? Like in a foreign country? Prisoners in foreign countries eat more than that. It's fucking wild.